One reason Silat warriors are so feared is because their weapons can be terrifyingly tiny. One of the art's smallest blades is called the karambit.
It's sized to your finger, the width of your palm, and it'll have a little hook that comes out at the end, which can't be seen.
A karambit is so small, an enemy may not know if a Silat warrior is armed until it's too late.
Things that I have all over myself, like little blades that you can't see. You won't even realize that you've been cut.
The karambit technique may be the most vicious strike in all of Silat. Motion capture allows us to see why. The Silat warrior first swings low and rapidly slices behind each of his enemy's knees. The targets are key tendons and hamstring muscles that hold the enemy upright. The Silat warrior strikes upward toward the neck. A deep enough cut will slice through the jugular vein. Next, a knee to the chest drops the enemy's head into perfect position for the final strike. A rapid hook to the left eye socket. In 4 lightning-fast moves, the enemy is blinded, unable to stand.
Push dagger is an awesome alternative when you're looking at carrying a boot knife. The big advantage is the handle forms a T in relationship to the blade, and it allows you to have a shorter overall knife than a conventional boot knife. Because the handle runs at right angles to the blade, you can make the overall length shorter, which allows you to conceal it better, and it's just that much more easy to carry it, and you're more likely to carry it. It also allows you to hit with a locked wrist. Most of the time you hit with a bent wrist with a knife when holding it in conventional grips. Here my wrist is locked, and the bones of my wrist are aligned with my forearm, and my elbow and my shoulder, everything locks up so I can deliver maximum power. A lot of people believe the push dagger was originally evolved from the Qatar, which was a traditional weapon in India, and they used it to punch through armor and mail coats and steel breastplates and helmets, because you can hit so hard with it. With that locked wrist, you can punch through almost any obstacle if you're strong enough with a push dagger. In a self-defense mode, because it offers so much power, even the lightest hit penetrates. You don't have to be a muscle man to use a push dagger. All I have to do is this, and it goes in. All you do is right through. Now there, I can hear the ribs split, and I'm barely doing anything. I'm not even hitting them. If you notice, I'm just moving my arm. It's an awesome, awesome choice for a teenager or a young lady or any person that doesn't have a lot of physical strength that needs to protect themselves. A push dagger does all the work by design. It just offers effortless penetration. The other thing I really enjoy about a push dagger is that you can direct it any way you can turn your wrist. It goes in any direction. It's very difficult for someone to try to disarm it because the shaft is locked between your fingers, and then you make a fist around it like that. Very hard to disarm. Now, most push daggers aren't very well designed, in my opinion. The shaft that runs between your fingers is very rough, and the shaft meets at right angles on 4 corners, and they cut into your fingers, and you can't slash comfortably with them, and they irritate your hand. In contrast, our SafeMaker 1 and 2 are drop forged and CNC machined here to have a very, very smooth contour. All the way around here is all beautifully polished, and it's softened like a bar of soap. Just feels wonderful in your hand. And then we extended the rubber handle down the shaft to add even more padding to your hand and make it even more comfortable. I believe our SafeMaker 1 and 2 are the quintessential push daggers. This is state-of-the-art push dagger technology here. I'm just going to really slowly, if I go real fast, you won't be seeing what I'm going to do. I'm just going to demonstrate how you can use this push dagger. You can insert it between the ribs, and it goes right in. You can punch through the ribs. Now, if you listen closely, you can hear the ribs breaking. Very easy to punch through ribs with this thing. Nothing stands in the way of that push dagger. You can use it from any angle. I can come from this side. I can come up like this. I can come up like this. I can come up like that. I can come with an overhand here. And there, I'm right into the bone, deep into the bone in that leg. I can slash with it. Look at that. That was just a very, very, very light slash. But I can come in here with a heavy slash, and look at what I got. I cut the ribs here. I laid them open, a long, long, long ways with this push dagger. So it has lots of versatility. If you know anything about boxing, you can use them with jabs. You can do them jab and hook up. You can do them shovel hooks very easily and get an awful lot. I don't want to cut my tie off. I've done that on occasion. And it's just a super knife to use. It's so easy to use this push dagger. If you don't want to spend a lot of time studying knife fighting, but you want to defend yourself easily and efficiently with a bladed weapon, the push dagger is a really good alternative to look at. And if you're going to carry the weight, you might as well carry cold steel. We're the best.
Today on OsoGrandeKnives.com, we're looking at the Smith & Wesson Model 3B. This is the Special Ops M9 bayonet. This particular model has a black coating on the 7.8-inch blade. The blade steel is 400 series stainless steel. There are some milled saw teeth along the spine that can be used for cutting or wrecking type of operations. There's also a milled groove here in the handle. Both sides. This side says Smith & Wesson Special Ops with their logo. This is the wire cutter mechanism, which is used in conjunction with the built-in wire cutter here on the sheath. What we do is just fit the knife right over that, snap it into place, and then you can use it to cut wire. And also you can use it to bend wire too by threading it through there and just looping it around until it breaks even without the sheath. There's multiple slots on the sheath, so you can mount it several different ways. There's also a map pouch here on the exterior, Velcro, to keep your map or your first aid or your multi-tool in. It's a built-to-last heavy-duty polymer material sheath. So when you're not carrying it on your weapon, you can keep it in the sheath and wear it on your belt. It also has a polymer handle on there. It's not steel or metal, so that it's not going to be cold when you grip it. Here on the back you have your standard bayonet lug, which will fit on the bayonet lugs of M16 rifles and any rifle equipped with a compatible bayonet lug. Very common type here. This is the hole that the barrel goes through, and it's large enough that it'll fit a barrel with a flash suppressor on it through that same hole. It's a nice thick guard. So you've got a bayonet that doubles very nicely as a multi-purpose survival and fighting style knife as well. It's got very thick blade stock on there, so it's a nice sturdy blade. Again, it's 400 series stainless steel, and it measures in at 7.8 inches. There's a swedge grind on one side of the blade here. The other side does not have the swedge grind. It's got a hollow ground edge down here, and it's reasonably sharp for out of the box. I would want to sharpen it up more. It comes with the again, the black coated saw back. Overall, it measures in at 12.8 inches.